Democratic socialism. Democratic socialism is based both on voting and equity. There's freedom in this system, freedom of speech, freedom of protest, freedom of religion. These are democratic countries. These countries are Australia, Canada, England, France, Germany, Norway, Finland, Sweden, most of Western Europe, a lot of the countries in South America, a lot of the countries in Asia, in Southeast Asia. In these countries, there's regulation of business, there's regulation of prices for medicine, regulation of work hours, holidays, pay, and personally, per your request, you can actually opt out of Google search engine and your history will disappear. Unions are allowed and encouraged. Unions work with business and unions have a good working relationship with business. Governments redistribute income from the rich to the poor. Taxes are high to pay for safety net and services. Typically, taxes can be 50, 60, 70%. It's sometimes in history, just like in the United States, taxes on the rich were 90%, 80%. But what you find in Europe is when they're that high, people transfer and move to lower taxed countries. So typically you see 50, 60% is the high range. Typically in these systems, they have 2-hour lunches for all families and all people. Most businesses are closed on Sunday, where you might have one town that's open and everybody else is closed, and many are closed on Saturday. National holidays of 10 days or more where there's no work and there's no work for anybody. The welfare system helps provide basic minimum needs for people. So welfare helps people, and a lot of times the welfare system provides jobs until people can get jobs. In some countries, they do have employment for life, and it's very hard to get those jobs. So the basic welfare system helps them live. Those who go to college, it's paid for. So if you have college, there's no cost to you, but it's not everybody gets into college and not everybody can, they're on tracks and not everybody can go. Healthcare is universal for all the people. It's paid through taxes. So there's different systems. England, the healthcare system is run by the government. The doctors are run by the government. The hospitals are run by the government. In Germany, the healthcare system is run through the employers, so the employers provide the healthcare. In Switzerland, the healthcare is basically it's all a competition. It's all private health insurance, but everybody's required to have it, and it's highly regulated. So you have different systems for healthcare. Retirement is funded through taxes. Maximum hours worked for full-time employees is less than 40, and in some cases it's 28 to 30 hours per week for full-time employment. Typically, the United States works, I would say, 150 to 350 more hours per year than most Western European countries in Japan and China. Italy pays its people 13 months instead of 12 months. So when they go on vacation, they can actually pay for it and have it. So there's different benefits in each country. But they all have the basic idea. They have family values. They have 2-hour lunches. They have vacation time. Typically, I will see vacation time as 6 weeks for people. That is automatic for everybody, where in the United States, we start at 2 and then go from there. Governments control or run important industries in the country. So it's got to be important. So in England, it's been the coal mines. In England, they run the BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation. Their TV and their radio is run by the government. In France, the nuclear power plants are run by the government. Airlines in every country, I think, but the United States is run by the government. So you have Lufthansa, which is the German airline. You've got British Airways, which is the British air system. Qantas is the Australian. And then each country has their own airline. Telecommunications might be run by the government if they feel that it's important. Like I said, broadcasting, healthcare. They don't run everything in these countries. You can still work and have your own company. You can have your own job. You can have your own business. But the important industries that are required for a good society and for people, it might be utilities, it might be nuclear power, it might be coals, might be energy. Those are run by the government. And then everything else is run by people. So that's a very big difference. In the United States, the government doesn't really run many of the businesses. And when I say, Bernie Sanders wants to break up the banks, he never says, let's own the banks. Let's have the banks own them like they would be in Iceland and in other countries. So this is some characteristics of democratic socialist countries.